هاني في المغرب وصوت حر، صوت حر وعميق موجود على أرض مملكة المغرب الشريفة. كلام كتير بنسمعه وأحداث متنوعة هنوصل لحضراتكم بيها ونتكلم عنها، ولكن في هاني في المغرب موضوع النهاردة موضوع جديد من نوعه. طبعا زي ما حضراتكم عارفين دايما بنتكلم في السياسة، في الثقافة، في الفن، في كل شيء جميل يخص مملكة المغرب الشريفة. ولكن حدث النهاردة قد يكون هو الحدث الأكبر اللي يخلي إخواتنا المغاربة يرفضوا تماما التعاون والتعامل. ولكن أنا متأكد وواثق كل إخواتي ثقة عمياء إنهم هيفضلوا معانا من البداية للنهاية، ولكن يوعدوني إنكم تدعمونا باللايك والاشتراك وتفعيل زر الجرس، وكمان في أيقونة على شكل قلب تقدر تقراها بأي لغة أنت بتشوفها، سواء سانكس، ميرسي، جريسياس، ايا كانت اللغه اللي حضرتك بتشوفنا بيها. ونتمنى انك تدعمنا من خلالها او من خلال الرقم اللي موجود في صندوق الوصف. تقدر حضرتك تبعت لنا ونقدر ان احنا نرد عليك وندعمك بكل حاجه نقدر نوصلها لكم. وتعالوا مع بعض نسمع تفاصيل فيديو اليوم. اتفضلوا معايا.
By what these misconceptions would have you to believe. Let me explain. I visited Morocco as a solo traveller, only for 24 hours initially, and then I went back in November with my mum for about a week. So it was just the two of us travelling around together, and the very first time I went to Tangier, 24 hours as part of our overland challenge that I was doing. And when I came back and I talked about Morocco, so many people said to me, did you feel safe as a solo female traveller or as two female travellers? And my answer was, I felt so safe. I've always felt safer in Moroccan cities than I have walking around London or even Exeter. So let's go into why. So first up, I never ever want to discount anyone's experience of feeling unsafe anywhere in the world. Obviously, anywhere you go in the world, there are some people who are going to make places feel less safe. For example, I had a really bad experience in Vienna. Literally, I was in the station in Vienna and some guy came right up to me, completely invaded my personal space, tried to grab my arm, started talking in my face, and I had to scream, jump away, and then ran away. This was in the middle of the day, and no one actually came up to me and asked me if I was okay, which also made me feel less safe. But that happened to me in Vienna. Obviously, some travellers have gone to Morocco and have had bad experiences, but I think it is so important not to tie the whole country with the same brush, because I found in general Moroccan people are exceptionally friendly, welcoming, hospitable, and just want travellers to be happy and safe in their country. But while I said people can have different experiences, let's look at the actual statistics, because this is where the real misinformation lies. So I'm going to go on Numbeo. I've got my laptop here. I'm going to go on Numbeo, which has really good data about safety in different cities across the world. So I'm going to do Numbeo city safety comparison, and I've not done this before, but I'm going to compare Marrakesh to London, and I bet you Marrakesh will score safer. Only because I've done this for so many different cities around the world, and I'm aware of London's safety stats, and they are not very good. Current safety index by city. So we're going to do London, United Kingdom, and we're going to compare London to Marrakesh, Morocco. So, level of crime. Marrakesh, moderate, 41.85. London, high, 64.61. Crime increasing in the last 3 years. Marrakesh, moderate, 49.12. London, high, 70.99. I won't go into all of this, but basically we've got worries about home broken and things being stolen. It's low in Marrakesh and high in London. Worries of being mugged and robbed are moderate in both, but the rate is still higher in London. Car stolen is low in Marrakesh, moderate in London. Worries about being attacked is low in Marrakesh, moderate in London. The only thing that Marrakesh scores higher on than London is corruption and bribery. Everything else, Marrakesh scores much better, as in safer, than London. And then there's also safety walking alone during daylight is about the same in both cities. Safety walking alone during night is low in London and it's moderate in Marrakesh. So if you feel safe in London, statistically, you should feel safer in Marrakesh. And actually, I will just have another little look, because obviously that's Marrakesh. I'm going to just compare Tangier as well. So, crime in London, compare London with Tangier, Morocco. Yeah, again, Tangier scores higher on everything than London does, apart from corruption and bribery. It's about the same levels in Tangier as Marrakesh, to be fair. Also, just a quick note. I have put all of my thoughts about Morocco safety in this blog post, and I have so many more Morocco blogs on my website. If you want to check them out, scan this QR code or head to the link in my description. That is what the statistics say. So why do people have this conception of Morocco not being safe or not being safe for solo female travellers? I don't know. I walked around Tangier. I had zero hassle. One guy in the Casbah was asking me where I was going and was saying he could show me the way, and I politely declined his offer. He may have just been being nice. I have heard that sometimes people try and show you the way and then might take you to a shop or ask you for a tip or something like that. Nothing major. Something similar did happen to me in Tunisia. Again, very low levels. We were just kind of shown around the Casbah by someone, and then we were taken into his friend's shop, and then we were sort of a bit confused why we were there, and we said, sorry, you're not going to buy anything. And that was that. Very, very low levels of anything bad. I don't know if that was the case there. Like I say, he could have just been being nice. And I really don't want to get to the stage where I'm not trusting people who are just nice, because some people are just nice. So Tangier felt so safe and constantly just kept thinking about how safe a place it really felt. On my second trip, I landed in Marrakesh with my mum. Again, we went through the airport. We were met by our driver who we'd arranged to pick us up, and then that evening went out in Marrakesh, walking around. Everyone was really, really nice. You go past restaurants, you get a few people saying, you know, do you want to come in? But it's not. They're just saying, you know, it's nothing intense. Had a nice meal. The next day we did do a guided tour around Marrakesh, largely because I wanted to see a few more hidden gems in the city. In the evening we walked around on our own. The one thing we didn't do in Marrakesh was spend that much time after dark in Jemaa El Fna Square. This isn't because it's unsafe at all, but I had heard reports of some people who had, I don't know if you'd call them scams, but maybe have had like been taking pictures of people and then been asked for money, or have like been walking along and suddenly there's like a monkey there and they're like, do you want to hold the monkey? And we personally weren't interested in any of that, so we just decided to not spend too much time walking through it. But we didn't avoid it. We did go up to a balcony, sort of see it all come to life, and then we just walked around and then out, but we just didn't deliberately walk through the square. Other than that, we walked around Marrakesh every single evening on our own, didn't experience any hassle. Couldn't think of a single time we were hassled. And all I think about looking back on it is I just think about how nice everyone was and how friendly everyone was.
اهلا وسهلا بكم مره تانية، ونتمنى نكون احسننا فيما قدمنا ونكون بنقدم المحتوى اللي ينال اعجاب حضراتكم من البدايه للنهايه. وهاني في المغرب اعتقد عمره ما قصر ابدا في ان هو يوصل لكم المعلومات اللي انتم بتحتاجوها، سواء فنيه، ثقافيه، سياسيه، ايا كان نوعها ايه. ولكن دائما وابدا ببحث عن اخواتنا المغاربه اني اكون معاهم. واوعى تقول مروك، حاضر مش هقول مروك، هقول مغربي مغربي مغربي. ومغربي ده يعني ليه مكانه كبيره جدا جوه قلوبنا. احنا والمغاربه اخوات، وشعوب الوطن العربي لهم كل الاحترام والتقدير. بشكركم جدا، اشكركم بالزاف، والسلام عليكم ورحمه الله وبركاته.